Hi, good morning, one and all. Today we can discuss about disorder of muscular and skeletal system. The first one is the myasthenia gravis. Very important, myasthenia gravis is an autoimmunosomal disorder. Auto indicate self. Our own antibodies, they can attack our organs or our body. Here, this is the sarcolemma and this is the neuromuscular junction. When the neurotransmitter is enter into or touches the sarcolemma, inside muscle fibers, our own antibodies can block the neurotransmitter receptor. When it is can block the neurotransmitter receptor, neurotransmitter is not able to enter into the inside. They not able to enter into the inside. What will happen? It leads to fatigue. Fatigue means temporary muscle contraction, muscle pattedum, and also weakness. Maybe it will be leads to paralysis of skeletal muscles, that is called as the myasthenia gravis, due to the blockage of the neurotransmitter. Next one, muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy is a genetical disorder, a progressive degeneration or weakening of the skeletal muscles due to Duchenne muscular dystrophy are due to the nutrient deficiency. What is meant by DMD indicates loss of dystrophin protein. Where this dystrophin protein is present means in our body dystrophin gene is present. From the dystrophin gene, dystrophin protein is synthesized and it is a largest gene in humans. Suppose when this gene is damaged, dystrophin protein is not released properly. Basically, what is use of dystrophin protein means dystrophin protein can give strength to the sarcolemma. If the sarcolemma strength is decreases due to the loss of dystrophin protein, then it will be leads to progressive degeneration or wasting of the skeletal muscles. Here it is what a genetical disorder means, X-linked recessive disorder. What is recessive, what is dominant, we can discuss in the genetics lesson. Okay, now tetany. See, rapid muscle spasm. Rapid muscle spasm means same contraction due to the repeated muscle contraction. When you go to gym, when you do any exercise, if you repeatedly you are doing exercise, what will happen means in the blood calcium level is decreased, or due to the vitamin deficiency, or due to hypoparathyroidism. Hypo means less, parathyroidism. From the parathyroid gland they can release a hormone, that is the parathyroid hormone. Basically, now this one is the bones. In bones they having a specialized cells that is called as a osteoclast cells. Parathyroid hormone basically can stimulate the osteoclast cells. When it can stimulate the osteoclast cells can break the bones. In bones they having a calcium, some amount of calcium is released into the blood. Now in blood calcium level is increased. What I said, hypoparathyroidism, it indicates parathyroid hormone releases less. When it is releases less, osteoclast cells is not able to stimulate. When osteoclast cells is not able to stimulate, calcium is not able to release into the blood. Now the calcium level is decreases. Due to this also a temporary muscle contraction is takes place, that is called as a tetany. And then arthritis. Suppose between the bones, this is the joints, they having a synovial fluid. When the inflammation takes place in the synovial fluid or this articular capsule, now this fluid will be losses. When fluid will be losses, what will happen? This bone and this bone will be directly ruptured and leads to severe pain, that is called as a arthritis. Next, osteoporosis. Osteoporosis basically age related disorder. It means mainly characterized by decreased bone mass due to the loss of calcium, and simply fracturing also takes place, and also decreasing level of estrogen. I already said before, osteoclast cells basically postmenopause. Postmenopause means at the age of 45 to 50 years, at the time here ova is not releases, that condition is called as a menopause. At that time estrogen level is decreases. When estrogen level is decreases, what will happen? Estrogen basically stimulates the osteoclast cells. Before I said, if this estrogen level is decreases, osteoclast stimulation is also decreases. At that time calcium level is also decreases. And then gout. Gout means what? Here inflammation takes place in the joints because of uric acid is accumulated between the joints and leads to severe pain. That condition is called as a gout. Next, we can go for the muscle fibers, a small concept. Here muscle fibers is two types. One is the red muscle fiber, another one is the white muscle fibers. What is differentiation between red muscle fibers and white muscle fibers? Means a red color oxygen stored pigment called as a myoglobin. When more myoglobin is present, that is red muscle fiber. Less myoglobin is present, that is called as a white muscle fibers. Oxygen will be more means compulsory more mitochondria is present. Here less mitochondria. More mitochondria is there means compulsory more ATP synthesis takes place. Here less ATP synthesis takes place. I already said oxygen stored. That's why here it is a aerobical process and here it is the anaerobical process. For red muscle fibers, sarcoplasmical reticulum is low. Here sarcoplasmic reticulum will be more. Sarcoplasmic reticulum will be more means compulsory more calcium is present. When more calcium is present, contraction is fast. Here contraction is slow. And fatigue slow ante patted. Here fatigue will be fast. Why? Because repeated muscle contraction is takes place. Compulsory it will be leads to fatigue. And here the long term and low intensity of contraction will be slow, it takes more time. Here short term high intensity of contraction is takes place. That is the differentiation between the red muscle fibers and white muscle fibers.